Our favorite fictitious family is wanting to do a Disney cruise. So let's get started. In the top right on our trip planning board, we're going to select new trip, cruise. These dates are November the 8th through November the 15th. We're going to create the trip. Let's go ahead and add our travelers. We have Rachel. We have our husband, Marcus. Daughter, Ava. And their son, Ethan. Perfect. We have all of their information. So we're going to go to the itinerary. Now we can use either side. We can use the top one here or the far right cruise library. We use the cruise library. Tern is really great that the cruises are already pre-populated in, and it's also going to filter them based on the dates. Didn't mean to do that. I'm not seeing the one that I want, so let's put in treasure. And there it is. I'm not going to preview it. It just adds an extra step. I'm going to add it to the itinerary. And normally we would stop here, but we're not going to because we need to show them what room category they are in. So we're going to pull over our lodging block. It is automatically, you see, it is toggled over to the C and it shows Disney Treasure. So we're going to go to the room category and we're going to search the cabins. Tern is automatically going to show all of the cabins. So we are going to find the deluxe ocean view stateroom with veranda. It's going to populate with all of the information. We're going to go back. Now you know that I love cleaning up Tern, so I'm going to go over into the bookings and I'm going to add this stateroom to that package, which is that 7-night very merry time. Boom. There we go. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to put my pricing in. Their deposit and final balance. I'm going to select the supplier that my agency wants me to use, Disney Cruise Line. It's going to have the terms and conditions that I've already put in another time, non-refundable. And we do have this on a 3-day hold. And we're going to put in our commission. Let's do that. And the expected date of their sailing, 15th. Boom, there we go. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the itinerary and I am going to clean this up just, I'm going to put their stateroom. There we go. And now they can see which stateroom they are in and the cruise. I'm going to grab that bookings number, that confirmation number. I love to put it here in the title. I'm going to publish this. send the email to my clients. They are going to see this about your Disney cruise and the cruise ship and about the Disney treasure. They can learn more. See, they'll use great photos, see deck plans, the dining. Oh, this looks awesome. My travel advisor is amazing. I'm getting this deluxe ocean view stateroom with veranda. I can look at it even more. I'll look at all that information that comes up. You can see that I'm going to Tortola and St. Thomas. Yes, 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 yes. Loving this. I'm seeing the pricing. This is all it's included. So it's deposit and the final balance. Yes, so I'm going to approve that itinerary. And it's going to immediately take me into the authorization. Again, if your client hasn't already put in a card information, it will prompt them to put card information in. If they have not done an authorization on that card, it will ask them to put in the CVV. Rachel has been approving authorizations way more in the last 30 days. So all she has to do is just select that she wants to use that card. She's going to sign off on the authorization. She's going to submit her signature and submit that authorization. As an advisor, I'm going to go in and I'm going to see that the authorization has been made. I'm going to go in. I'm going to, of course, log into Disney Cruise Line, make this payment. I'm going to mark it as paid, and I am going to mark it as booked. Just double checking my confirmation number. Got Rachel on there, expected amounts, and mark it as booked. And I'm going to go and into the overview. And this is, I love the 2025 booked with deposits. So I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to publish it. That gives updated information to my client. I'm going to go ahead and apply a template. And let's just say, well, we're just going to use this one for right now. And send. And there we have it. Our favorite client has called us up and said that they need to add on a stateroom to their cruise. Now, if this was traveling family members that were going to go and they were going to pay for their own, I would start a new trip. But my client is actually going to be paying for this extra stateroom, so we're going to add it to our client's trip. So in the overview, of course, we're going to manage travelers, and we're going to add, Grandpa Jones and Grandma Jones. They're added. Now we're going to go to the itinerary. Remember how we already have a lodging block here, and we also added it into the package. Well, we can't add this one into the package because then we would not be able to account for it with the multiple confirmation numbers. So we're going to add another lodging over. Tern is recognizing that it's still at sea and it is still the Disney treasure. We're going to go to the rooms, and we need to, we're going to just put Grandma and Grandpa, and Grandpa in this room. And now we're going to search the cabins, and they are also staying in a deluxe ocean view stateroom with veranda. And we're going to add in that this is state room 10012. Now, because we can't add it to the package, we're going to put the pricing directly on this room. It's going to be $68.97.48. Deposit and final balance. add in our dates, add in the supplier that our agency wants us to use, make sure our terms and conditions and our cancellation policy are correct. Oh, I have no idea. Let's just say $567.89. And we're going to be getting this here. And we do have it on a hold. So 4438888. Perfect. Go our overview. There we go. And we have our confirmation numbers. Fantastic. We're going to publish this, send it to Rachel. We are just going to skip this full amount because we don't need it right this moment. So we're going to skip that, and she is going to pay this amount, authorizing her card, signing off. On the terms and conditions and her signature, and submitting that authorization. Now there are still 2 items pending, which are going to be the final payments for both of those cruises. And they can actually see those and what they would look like. I'm going to come over into our authorizations, and we need this one. You'd be going into DisneyTravelAgents.com and pulling up the cruise, making the payment. So we're going to mark it as paid. And then we are going to mark it as booked. Grandma Jones is the client because that's the name that's going to be on the stateroom. Confirmation number is correct, pricing, and we're going to mark it as booked. And there we go. Adding another stateroom to our Disney cruise trip.